11:16 Senior Oats with All in You right here on Channel Africa. This is where you get the African perspective. And yes, we promised you Mthunzi. He's here. I just went to go fetch him. Apparently the police stopped him. The traffic officers, they stopped him on the way.
What the side? What this music? Is it because of the music, or
No,
is it because of
he didn't do anything wrong. He's here on time. You know the police have to do their job. They just stop people randomly. It's what they do. Anyone can be stopped. But I'm so glad that you still made it. And you're on time-ish.
Ish.
How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
No, we're doing good. We're doing good. Happy 2024. How's
Hey,
the
Happy New Year.
how's the beginning been for you? When do we stop Vele saying Happy New Year?
I think
Next week.
February.
February.
Yeah.
Okay, so the entire January.
The whole January.
We're still on it. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we really are glad that you're able to make it. You've been making waves for quite some time now, but we're here to find out about your musical journey. We're here to unravel you like an onion and find out who Mthunzi is. So let's start there. Who is Mthunzi before the artist, before the producer? Who are you?
So Mthunzi kwi-ID kubhalwe Njabulo Mthunzi Ndimandi.
All right.
And I'm from Hammersdale, the small township in between Pietermaritzburg and Durban.
Okay.
So that is KZN, guys.
Yes,
KZN.
yes, KZN.
So I am Zulu. I'm too much Zulu.
No,
I am
dude,
sorry.
it's
I'm
very
so sorry.
evident with the music.
So yeah, that is just me. I didn't even know what I could pursue music as in like a career, or
Right.
I can make money or something. Well, so yeah, that is me.
But that's it. You didn't know, right, that you
Yeah.
could pursue music. You were just a guy doing his own thing.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's always the fascinating part. Because you didn't know, how did you eventually find yourself in music?
I think I'd always say music found me. Yeah, well,
All right.
I was not looking for it
Okay.
at all. It's just in me. Angazi ngayichaza kanjani le nto. I think the first person or discover my talent, which is to sing, I think that was the first thing that I knew I could do
Okay.
within the music space, was my mom.
Oh.
And I'm sure my mom knew exactly ngoba uyamazi ubaba ukuthi ubaba uyacula naye uyacula, so
Okay.
It
the
must be
bomb
the
there,
genes.
the bomb there. And I'm the firstborn from
Sure.
both of them,
Yes.
so surely yabo bese kuyinto yokuthi showcase.
And how did that happen in terms of you exploring that ability of saying, you know what, I can actually take some of the inheritance of my parents, because some people are like, that's not me, I'm going to focus on other things. What was that moment you were like, actually, this is something I want to delve into?
Funny enough, I never had that moment
Sure.
in my life.
Was it natural?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why I always say I can't answer that question because
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
know.
You've been at it.
I've been.
Yeah.
You just found yourself.
I
there.
was just a musician.
We need to delve deeper into this
Yeah,
thing.
no, we're
because
shy. I'm
it
not
can't
buying
be.
that story.
We're not
Okay.
buying that one.
Okay, maybe let me take you back just
Sure,
a bit.
sure.
During primary time, I think it was grade 2. Grade 2. Ngacula isolo ngedwa.
Oh.
Like in a whole school.
Yes, esikoleni.
Yeah.
Angithi ukubona masingena esikoleni
Yes.
ngo-8 mhlawumbe kunaleyo assembly what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Siyakuthandaza sicule and stuff.
Then bacala wena, they just asked you.
I was that guy. And I
You
cried
started
that
the
day.
song. Oh wow.
So I'd say maybe from there.
Okay,
That's
sure.
when it all started. As in ngoba vele sengikhalile phambi kwabantu. Hayi,
I
asivele
might as well
siye.
keep going.
Uyabo?
Sure.
But you also, self-taught on the keyboard. That means that, after being recognized, okay, my voice, I can sing.
Yeah.
The people at school know, my mother knows, I probably got it from my dad. But you then got a little bit deeper into music.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people can sing, but nobody ever goes to the extent of actually trying to learn an instrument and pursuing a career eventually. So how did you how did you start interacting with music in that sense, learning instruments?
I think the first thing I'd learned after knowing that I could sing was production.
But how did
It
you?
was not
Where
a
did you even
keyboard.
find okay, it wasn't the keyboard first.
Yes.
Okay.
It was not the keyboard. I remember correctly ukuthi khona umjiti engangizwana naye nje.
All right.
Who was my friend actually. He was a rapper. So uyabaza abantu abarekhodayo.
All right.
So I got into that space ukuthi hayibo, so this is how you record. So I need to sing here so that you capture it there, and then it's a song.
Sure.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So how do you do it? And then he was like, hey, I know it's a long story, man. Hey, I can't teach you now these things. I was like, you know what? I'm going to teach myself to get into it.
Sure.
Yeah, but, and I could look at the screen and go, okay, 4x4, what? I'm like, okay, what if remove a 1?
Yeah.
So that was me learning now.
Yes, yeah.
Or if I remove this, now it's a 3-step. Now it's a what? It's a 114 tempo. So it's a piano. The house one is 120. So,
yes.
you know,
Nice.
so... Yeah.
And was that part also of the songwriting process and the lyricism? Were you like just randomly also adding lyrics on top of those particular instrumentations? Because you are a great songwriter as well.
Yeah, thank you. I'm humble.
Yeah, our girls are very charmed with you.
He is blushing.
Where are the girls? Where are the girls?
I am not the girls, okay? I'm just here doing my job. Guys.
You might be.
I'm just here
know.
doing my job, please, guys.
So I think it worked hand in hand with production. The songwriting and the production was just because when I started recording, I was that guy, I recorded my chorus on the rap songs and what. So I was the vocalist of Hammerstale.
Yes.
There was always that voice. But I know if I get that guy in my song.
Mthunzi.
So I got tired of that. I was like, now I want my own song.
I can't just boost abanye.
Yabo.
Mina ngiyophelela.
Because nakhona sipostana nje i-Bluetooth. Hamsendele le ngoma yayizona. That's it. Data file host awungiphe. Aw. You know, you're not getting paid.
So tell us a little bit about the seriousness and when you're like, I'm going to professionalize this thing. Was it something also natural as well? Like, was it just like, it seems like for you things like a natural progression as I hear you speak was also, or you professionalizing this music thing also a natural progression? Or did you meet up with other people who gave you that inkling that, hey man, this is the path that you can take?
I think khona owangiqwashisa wathi nje ayingeke awucule bethu ufake online yabo because besiyenza nje elokishini awusendele that's it. So and then social media came yabo. I'm not saying I'm that old with social media.
I think we're not sure.
You are in your age group, yeah.
Exactly. Yes. So when social media came, I was not familiar. I'm like, hey, ngizoposta in. Nasekhaya kumbi ngizoposta abantu baposta izinto right yabo. So I was like, I know what, let me just find a potion ngoba ngizwe ngomngane wami yena eyithanda le social media and I'm not into this thing. Ayingaqala ngashutha ke nami. I used to tag all of those people from Afro Traction, DJ Palesa.
Tag everybody.
Kabza was not there yet.
Okay.
Who's this? Because I didn't know my social handles are.
Maybe you used to tag Ndando.
I'm not sure. I don't even know anymore.
Everybody.
But I'm sure it was around 20 list. Yeah.
Wow.
So
you had a vision in terms of the kind of collaborations you would like to have. So you already had some kind of vision how you wanted your music to sound like, I feel, because when you speak about these tags, these are people that you wanted to work with or people that you were aligning kind of the stream of the direction you wanted to take. Am I right? Or maybe I could be wrong.
You're not completely wrong.
I'm not completely right either.
Because kule listing angitheka kuyona abantu, it was different genres.
Okay, cool.
At that time, DJ Palesa was still part of the what you call the Galawa.
Okay.
So it was the house, what.
Yes.
Sure.
And Afro Traction was Afro pop.
Right.
Sure.
So it showed very good. I colorful kakul. You can't box me with I know.
Yeah, because your music has that kind of like multi-layered element to it. It's not just it's got traditional feels, it's got that Afro pop feel, it's got a bit of soulfulness, but also
R&B there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, in most people's careers, and I mean, we're hearing how things have been sort of flowing for you from just one point to another quite seamlessly. But there's always, a kind of defining moment. Was 2018 that moment for you? That's something that brought more definition in introducing Mthunzi to the world?
I think 2019.
Okay.
Could be.
Yeah.
Because I moved to Jersey February 2019.
All right.
and I was called by San El musician, who is part of the list.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah.
Okay.
This one,
list,
yes.
Yeah,
This one
that
will work.
list was worth it.
Yeah, you want to learn.
Sure.
So abanye, I'm sure they don't even know, they don't even remember
Absolutely.
which I was taking them. Nami, I'm being tagged now. I'm like, yo, okay, I know that space.
Yes,
I understand.
imagine.
Sure.
So yeah, I think 2019 was the
The
start
turning
of
point for
yeah.
And
for
what
me.
was that like? I mean, you were just doing your own thing in Hammersdale.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you come here and you're excited, of course. You've just been called by, one of the artists that you saw as someone prominent who's just saying, hey, you know what, you've got something here, let's work. And then you subsequently brought out your first single. Was it an out-of-body experience for you? Did you see yourself, hey, I've made it?
I think at that time I was like, you know what, I am gone now.
Yes.
But it was the second time I was feeling like that because
Okay.
I think 2016 or 2017, I had my record label contract, my first ever contract, which was based in Durban. So there was a guy who I bought something. He was a business guy, and I was like, you know what, Buff, let me invest in this thing. In fact, let me just start a label. I'm like, okay, yeah, you can, but hey,
Are you sure?
or you can just give me the money.
Exactly.
And then he started this thing, and then we ran with it, and then I was performing. I felt like, you know what, I had my first ever music video.
Yeah.
I'm shoot an entombazana. I'm like, yo, Kabza So the 2019 one was the second time I was feeling like I've made it. Yeah, but I had those things with maybe it won't. But let's see.
Let's see. I mean, you were saying let's see, but now we are seeing.
Now I'm seeing also.
Now we're definitely seeing. But after that debut single of yours and working with Sana, the musician, it happens a lot. Like you said, you didn't know if it was going to work or not. And this is an experience that a lot of people who come from backgrounds of entering competitions, after the competition, you're like, okay, that was it. So how did you make sure that after that first single and you just trying things out with Sana, the musician, you are going to, put your feet down and saying, this is going to be my mark. I'm going to start making my mark now?
I think the talent could tell. You know what? Lona, he can't be a lawyer anymore. He can't be a doctor anymore. This music thing has to work.
Sure.
So I had that in mind. What yo? Yabona manje ekhaya bafuna umuzi malume ufuna imoto or whatever. So now
it's music videos.
Yabo?
Yeah.
So inaleyo pressure yayo. But again, I can't put pressure on the label or whoever I'm working with. The talent has to tell which as in now we are moving or not. If it doesn't move, we try again with other people or with the same team.
There's so many talented people, but many of them don't get the opportunities to connect with people because it's an industry that needs some connections, some networking and collaborations where you're able to work with people who can, every collaboration can take you to the next level of your sound, your career, and just people getting to know you. But since that 2019, you've had an array of features. I don't know who you haven't worked with. Okay. How did you make sure that you started connecting and networking and knowing people and your name was spoken in rooms where you were able to, get in studio with all these artists you've worked with?
I think, let me just be honest.
Yeah, please.
That's it, please.
That's all you need.
So my first ever studio monitors,
Okay.
That's why I just go back to that thing, you would say, talent. Right. At the end of the day, this connection in our corner, but the talent you won't sustain. And me, vice versa. I needed talent to get connections.
True.
Yeah, so he knows that I can sing, so I'm connected no Sanel, I'm connected no Kabza. Then I go there, I do what I do best, and then Hey, this guy.
So who bought the
Kanjalo
studio
kanjalo.
monitors? You were telling us a story about studio monitors that you didn't buy, and then it went into another story. A beautiful story, but we still want to know who bought those studio monitors. Tell us.
It was second-hand monitors
Okay.
that San El was using.
All right.
I think he was using them when he made Aganamal.
Mm.
So he gave me those monitors and I be right. Because I was staying with Sinom Solong, some she's on monitor. I'm like, this guy.
But let's talk
Why?
a little bit about that. Let's talk about that Selima Mthunzi album because I think it was very unique. You know, you look like this coconut guy with your glasses and a little bit of your like normal kind of afro hair, and you had a very kind of slick look, and then you looked very kind of like hello, also shang R&B. Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, baby girl.
Oh,
And then you just started singing and like serenading us in kind of your very unique Zulu way, very kind of proud cultural essence. I mean, were those contradictions something you thought about, or was it just part of who you are? Because I did feel there was no one like you at the time who was doing that, something that specific, you know? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You almost like contradicted yourself because I mean, with other guys, you're like, I kind of know what's coming out of this guy. This one, it's definite. But I think your style was very much unique because it was eclectic, but at the same time, it was contemporary.
Yeah.
I
think angazi ngayiphendula kanjani leyo, but there's no way ngingayishintsha ngithi yazini let me get a beer or let me get a beard or ngibe lo baba lo enguyena because I feel like ngubaba ngaphakathi.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever I'm saying abantu bangihlonipha. Fun enough abantu bavele bathi yo I for sure ama DMs yakho ziyawa. Ngithi mina kanti lutho. It's not. Uzothola abantu bethi yo your song ingisuselana mfethu yangibeka lana. It's all about labo bantu abakanje aba inspired aba touched.
Sure.
It's never a thing uthi hi how are you? Hey you.
Can we hang?
I think I like you. Lutho.
Well, you know what? Last year was another pivotal moment because, you know, you've done a lot of collaborations, but not really a project to this way that brings together different sounds, different energies. I mean, you're known for, you know, a lot of Afro-pop and house. And then there's Kabza the Small, who is like a hard-hitting piano guy, right? Tell me how you guys started getting together and started having those conversations, because that's the most interesting part, you know, how that meeting happened.
Let's go back again.
Let's do it.
So remember when I said talent, I that's it back.
Of course.
So there's a song, Gamahu, Eting Limel. I'm not sure if you know it. So the guys, Aba producer Leongoma, which is Tipsen and King Toxin, they were speaking to Kabza during that time.
Okay.
Telling him about me, which I know there's a guy we might come with, and Kabza, I know cooking, I guess. That was it. I went to studio with Lamachita, only to find that I'm gonna record 3 songs on that day.
Sure.
Wow.
And then when I came back alone.
Yeah.
Because I was working on my
no
thing
more
now.
Amachita.
No more Amachita. So,
yes.
transport and so I know how
yes.
So everybody
that's
didn't
why
know.
I said because you know, and as you said, your talent will have people speaking about you in rooms that you've never known existed, that you've never stepped in before, and that's like a good example of that because they spoke of your name, they brought you through, only to find out that you were gonna come up with this amazing project, Isimo. But you know, it started really unexpectedly, 3 songs in one day, and a project is something that has to have meaning because it's a complete offering. So tell us about this project and how you and Kabza the Small then eventually brought meaning into the sound.
I think, if I'm being honest, I think mhlambe 2% kuphela emhlabeni owenza ingoma knowing very well ukuthi izokwenzani.
Right.
Or the project mhlambe of 12 songs bayinikeza igama ingoma zingakabi khona.
Yes.
If you get what I mean.
Yes.
Songs in abanye, we just do songs. We make songs, we choose.
Yeah, and then
you say, you know what, this one fits. Le imnandi, le would be a single. This one would be what. And then afterwards, senya kamwane kamak. Because I remember very well, Kabza would say, when you so in the project, it's me, hey, and guys, I tell you, out in Buzamachita, and so we are going to manage. Oh, yeah, Buzamachita. Isimo, Sijan, it nice, right. And then when he looked for Ilokuzani to any caption, what my associates, what is Isimo sense? It's me, Isimo Sinjani, I know mangas. At times will be funny,
and then there was a full stop somewhere.
Yeah. I was like, you know what?
It feels right. Yeah.
It feels right.
Yeah.
It feels right. So, 9 songs that made it through. I think since I think 10 or 11, if I'm not mistaken. Angisakhumuna nokuthi ziphi ezinye.
Yes.
But I'm sure zikhona lapha kuma archives. So mase ngizwa ngithi le ngoma idope ayiphume. Uyabo. So nje yaqhamuka kamnandi kanjalo.
So your creative process, Akon, how did that particular thing work? Because you guys work in different kind of genres, you would think. But then there must have been a unique energy with the two of you coming into one project.
I think me having to play or to be able to play keys and be able to touch my vocals because I can mix my vocals, it makes it easier for everyone. Yeah, so if anyone comes, I forget drum loop, maybe I have an idea, then I outplay that. Bese kuwork on omunye yazi what if iyala ingayila. Yabo. So iqhamuka kanjalo nje because mina I'm flexible. Singayiqala nge-chords, singayiqala nge-drums, singayiqala ngama-vocals.
Sure.
But I need that something as on driver.
But isn't that the fantastic thing about having skills? Because people can sing, right?
Yeah.
But not everyone has the skill of knowing how to create music and putting music together. So that first person, that friend of yours who brought you into a studio for the first time and you're like, I'm going to learn this production thing by myself, came in handy when putting together, big projects and a workload like this. Because now you were skilled enough to be able to put 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and really understand what's behind the music. And that makes the offering even more special because you didn't just stand by the mic and, and la la la.
I can't. And ngathini khona enye into futhi ebalekile abantu abangayinaki. Yabo when people say, I know you can't do this. Or I know you can't sing. Yabo that is important. Because iyakushisa ngaphakathi uthi why lo muntu ethi angikwazi ukucula. Yabo kushuthi kusafanele ngifunde more because you are trying to impress that person. So you don't know leyo personality yakhe ukuthi bangaka abantu emhlabeni abanayo ukuthi maybe they feel like you can't sing.
Okay, guys, let's listen to this music. We need to listen to this music. We've been talking for a while. Bali, what do you have for us?
Well, here we have from this project, Isimo. This one is titled Imithandazo.
Nice.
The music video for the song is about to hit 3 million on YouTube. That's how popular it's gotten. And you know what? There's no question why. It's a fantastic song. Kabza the Small and Mthunzi, Imithandazo. There's Young Stunner on here. There's DJ Palesa. There's Sizo Alakine. There's Umthagati Kush. And hey, it's a beautiful offering. But it's a beautiful thing to see that music right now for young people has taken a very spiritual turn. It's like it's an overwhelming thing that's happening all across the genres here in South Africa. But tell us about this particular song.
So the song, video iphume about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No
ways. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, the video came out 2 weeks ago, and it's already on almost 3 million. I'm talking 2.9 million point what. So it just takes one more. Literally.
Are you sure you're not sitting there in your bedroom on your own watching?
No,
maybe it's 3 million Mthunzi. Maybe Mthunzi wants 3 million.
We're joking.
I know. So initially I was not part of the song.
Okay.
So that's why I made sure ukuthi yazi mangena kufanele nje ngenze into engathi national anthem so that everybody feels like eyakhe.
Sure.
Not for December, forever.
Right.
Because mawuthi izwa ibithanda izoya abantwana bakho yehlisa umoya wakho. noma inini uyayidinga leyo prayer.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yabo, so mhlambe khona umuntu ongayazi manje le ngoma ozoyazi ngo-March. It will feel new and yabo izoba mnandi.
Right.
So initially bekade kuMthakathi Kush and Sizwe Yalakhaya on the song.
Okay.
So it was strictly song. I
Ah.
was like, what are they saying here? Because I love this song. Angitshele uKabza, hey yazi uvela axoxele nje ngithi hey bakhuluma awabuze kithi mina no I wanna ngifuna ukurecorda kule ngoma. Hayi athi again ingene shay verse shay chorus. Ayafika uyangistana the following day athi no ways angisali ke.
Yeah.
Ngiyangena.
Sure.
And it delivered.
Nice.
So,
Talk a little bit about that in terms of what Palesa was talking about. Why is the music moving into the spiritual domain? What's happening with the artists? What conversations are you guys having together? When's the ala?
there's no conversations that are happening behind. I feel like I won't say mean or shinche yonke lento yaba
No.
spiritually now and what, but it might be me. I'm not gonna lie because masingalaleli ngoma before Isimo the project and the songs after was also man. So because I think we genre nje across the genre kunalento yokuthi if this works let's do it. Uyayibona leyo nto. So
Sure.
I think that's the conversation within ama-artists nje mhlawumbe ewodwa uthi yazi ngifuna senze isound engathi imthandazo ngifuna senze isound engathi uthi Isimo noma isibusiso yabo. So that's how it grows and I think that's how it should be. And akekho umuntu ekuthiwa ayi yena ke wenza lento yabo. So I think I love it like that because manje masekuthiwa we are giving you your flowers now. Yeah, I'm the guy.
Thank you, flowers.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, well,
Fantastic.
Well, tell me, do you ever have like your favorite song in a project? So, like in Isimo,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite song? Which one is it?
Umoya Wami, which is very unpopular.
Really?
Yes, it's always like that. And on Selima Mthunzi, it was Ngiyajabula Mawujabule. So I'm sure you don't know that song.
No.
Yes. So
And that
you
is
go
your
back
favorite
now,
one.
eh?
But
Yeah,
that's a nice thing about a project because there'll be, the popular songs like Imitanda so that
Yes.
everyone will know. There'll be those not so popular songs, but the project as a whole
Makes
will
sense.
get in its element in different points. So even that song that we don't know now might just unravel in another time.
Ngo-June,
Yeah.
sizosithinta kamnandi.
Exactly. So, okay, where to from here? I mean, this was a big project, and I'm sure it's going to keep going because we haven't exhausted it. Not when we haven't even heard some of the songs on it as yet. But 2024, what are your plans?
I am planning to release my own project, which is going to be Mthunzi, featuring whoever I want to feature.
Yes.
Instead of Kabza and Mthunzi featuring
Right.
whoever we wanna.
Yes.
Yeah, yabo leyo nto leyo. So I think this year ngifuna ukuthi ngenze leyo nto leyo ukuthi let me release my own project now.
Are you serenading the ladies in this one?
I am not sure. I am still thinking about it. Ukuthi, should I go full on piano or should I be half?
Yeah.
The old Mthunzi and the Mthunzi now. There's no
Because they're
old
very two different projects, actually.
Yeah.
And I love
but there's
that.
no old
Because
Mthunzi.
it just shows like the evolution.
Oh, there's
and
no
also-
old Mthunzi.
There's no
They're
old
just the
Mthunzi.
young Mthunzi.
It's just a
forever.
growth.
I'm
Yeah.
just there.
Yeah.
I know I can do this also. So you guys should know.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, well,
that
so-
should be interesting. Yeah. that
I
should
know,
be
but I'm stressed about it. And I think I like it like that.
interesting. Awesome.
Because you're also sort of putting some pressure on yourself,
Yes.
keeping that energy high inside, and that those nerves are high. That means you're gonna deliver.
The more you make beautiful songs, the more you like, yo, what else?
Yeah.
Yabo. But I think people must have nje abantu isho ngathi lo. So, yo, that's dope, man. Record that. That's dope.
We're seeing
Yo.
a lot of that these days, Chef. I don't want to name anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
It's so
All I'm gonna say is that somebody on social media spoke about this and like, hey, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because people get their inspiration, get their fun from so many different things.
Exactly.
And it could be something as stupid as a lo, but also it could be, something even deeper.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to that
I know.
Mthunzi only
I know.
project that you're gonna come up with this year. Of course, we're anticipating that. But what else are you anticipating this year? Just in general? Also, just like for yourself, maybe uzoshada, we don't know. Maybe are you getting married this year?
Hey.
What outside of the music, what is Mthunzi looking forward to in 2024?
Yo, makhuluma ngokushada. I got married, but I was not married.
What?
With ukazana.
Oh.
Hey, I'm sure you know that. Sashada singashadanga. Yo, ekhaya bathi, how did you shada without memorizing us? Yo, hey, Buffett, music video. This is so real, Fanam. This is so real.
Yeah.
No, tell us. No, angishadile.
Igoli likushintshile.
Till today, when I basakhola and hey,
You're married.
Azana's husband, how are you? Like, guys, come on, okay, fine.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I'm not getting married.
Okay.
This year. It's just music for me.
Nice.
It's just music. Maybe ngingajima kwangiyawuzumkhaba manje.
All right.
Maybe
some gym.
Maybe some gymnyana here and there, some green shandises.
Yeah.
I doubt to me and green things.
Well, thank you so much, man. It's such a pleasure chatting to you. Such a chill guy. Fun, entertaining.
Yeah, also you think about comedy as well. Hey?
Yeah, no. And I was saying like that, you've got that comedic bone in you. Like,
let me get into dancing, skomota wise.
It's not make sure. Social media platforms, of course, YouTube.
And then you
all
said
of the
you don't have the
socials.
looks for that.
Where do we find you?
Let me not be there.
So it's Mthunzi SA on Instagram, Twitter, well, which is X now, eh?
Yes, yeah.
Facebook. Yeah, but Mthunzi SA ndehlangene nje.
Yeah.
So,
Nice one. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
so
hanging
much.
out with us. It
Thank
was
you so
quite a
much.
pleasure. We're looking forward to continue unraveling the Isimo project, but
Please.
also we'll be anxiously awaiting the new projects of 2024.
Okay, I might work with DJ Palesa, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna announce that until something concrete is happening.
Nice.
Yabo?
Okay.
So,
Make the announcement here first.
okay.
Come back.
Insha ngama
As a beef.
I'm exclusive singles.
Exclusives.
That's Mthunzi, as you heard, Mthunzi SA on all his platforms. Continue streaming. Just one of you will take that Imitandazo video on YouTube to 3 million. So we're waiting for that. We're already saying it's on 3 million because today you are going to be streaming it. You're going to be watching that video and it's going there. Isimo is the name of his latest project with Kabza the Small. Continue supporting our artists here on the African continent because you know what? They're amazing. We just can't, it's not just support for support's case. They are amazing. They're doing really, really well. Well, let's take a break. We're coming back with more. On the Move is on fire.